and I'm going to be doing this as a WIGStar. I have I have the privilege of being one of the pioneer participants or pioneer students of the academy, and it has been a joy and a beautiful, beautiful privilege in this season. Even having access to Dr. T alone is a privilege. You now layer on the light and transformation we are getting. So I'm going to get into that in the next maybe 2, 3 minutes and we would round up. All right. So welcome to Big Academy, the academy that builds bold lives. We are a faith-based foundation. So spirituality is the bedrock of everything we do here. And we're all about the development of essential life skills for the training, the molding, and the building of a 360-degree leader. So we rest on the foundation of spirituality, but then we are taking, practical, innovative, and comprehensive teaching methods for the building and the training up of a 360-degree leader. We do this through a supportive community, targeted mentorship, and comprehensive growth. I'll be moving on now and speaking to the next thing we have on our slides here, the heart of the academy. And the heart of our academy is the spheres framework. It starts with spiritual development, it goes to physical development, then we have health and wellness, educational development, relationship skills, employability and professional development, and then skills development. And if you think about it critically, you will see that at one point or the other, throughout this workshop, we touched on all, parts of our framework. If you think about it, spirituality, in fact, the last session literally rests on spirituality, right? Okay, maybe physical development, but then if you think about it still, you would incorporate physical development, the strengthening of a physical body to do all of the things that we've discussed, right? If you are getting better at your soft skills, you are definitely improving your health and wellness. And so on and on and on. The heart of the academy is the spheres framework, and that is how we build from. I'll be moving on now to the target audience. So there are people like me within the range of 18 to 35. They're university students, they're recent graduates, they're core members, or graduate students. So if you are one of these people, if you fall within this category or you know people in this category, then this academy is for you, or you should invite them to this academy. What have we been up to from January to August 2025? I'm just going to give you the numbers. We've had 5 workshops, right? This is our okay, it's not our 7th month because we're now in August, but we've done 7 months of work, but we've had 5 monthly workshops because in 2 out of those months we've had our boot camp, right? So we had 5 workshops. We've had 19 weeks of our weekly growth challenges, which are awesome. They are not just journaling prompts. Let me know, if I say I want to sit down and speak to the weekly growth challenges, I don't know. I'm going to stay here, right? But we've had 19 editions thus far, and they've been awesome. We've read 2 books that have revolutionized our thinking. They've helped us, you know, in our critical reasoning and critical understanding, because the way we review, there is a particular way where we're not just regurgitating what is being said in the book, but we're saying, this is how we're applying it to life. This is how we're applying it to our situations, right? We've had 2 boot camps, like I mentioned and explained earlier. And then we have paired accountability and accountability partners, right? And then we've had both group sessions with our lead mentor and one-on-one sessions. This is the current timeline of the WeInspire Growth Academy. So we begin in the first phase with our orientation, our themed book, and then the first 2 workshops, and then the boot camp for that phase. Okay, I think I'm missing that at this point. But what we have currently, we're running, this is going to be like the first and only timeline that we are running currently. We're running a 1-year cohort right now, but in the subsequent cohorts, there'll be 6 months. And this is what, this is an overview of what the 6 months will look like. So January to June, July to December, we'll have the orientation, we'll have workshops, we'll have books being read, we'll have a review and clarity session, and then we'll have a boot camp to round up the cohort at the end. So if this sounds like something you're interested in, you know people that will benefit from this, please jump in. We invite you, to join in, and you'll be seeing shortly how you can join in the next few slides. So this is the current structure. This is the structure of the current phase we are in. We're in the third quarter of the year, and so we're in phase three. In subsequent cohorts, the phases would come every 3 months would have two phases. So it would be 1.5 months for a phase, but because of this current cohort timeline, we are doing 3 months for a phase. So in this phase three, we have both our July and August workshops. We've just concluded or we're just concluding our July workshop, and I'm sure you would agree with me that it was a wonderful time. At the end of this same month, we're going to be having our August workshop. We're also going to be having 3 weeks of weekly growth challenges, and I am confident that myself as well as all the other WIGStars are looking forward to it. We're beginning the reading of our book for this phase, So Good They Can't Ignore You by Cal Newport. And then we had the recent introduction of our bi-weekly progress tracker. That has been the game changer for me. For me, just having a place to structure in my goals and see the progress I've made. I've done for the beginning of, the second half of July, and I'm supposed to evaluate it again because we've come to the end of July and then send it through. And these are the kinds of intentional structures that have been put in place to ensure the transformation of any individual who is a part of the academy. And if I were you, I would not walk, I would run to be a part of it, right? And then we're going to be having our APP repairing. So we're going to be switching up our accountability and progress partners for phases three and four. Now imagine the impact of We Inspire Growth Academy. This is literally the first cohort. And if you've listened to, myself and all the other week stars that have spoken tonight and compared it with the people that we were just 7 months ago, you would see that there is literal transformation taking place. Many times transformation is subtle. It happens, and your eyes or your mind can't even discern it, right? But I can assure you that transformation is going on. We are not just doing activity, we are building a legacy that would outlive us, right? Rest assured, more cohorts are coming, and you can either sponsor a future leader with a full scholarship or a partial scholarship. And if you're interested in doing this, please reach out to the WIGA Academy desk. As I move on and close out, I would also like to thank our current sponsors for this year's cohort. In total, 80% of the WIGStars joined without financial burdens because of the kind sponsorships of amazing people that are both on this call and are not on this call. So we want to say thank you. And if you are not yet a WIG Academy partner, we would, encourage you to consider being one. The number to reach is on the screen. Please reach out to our admin. Thank you. This is the pricing plan for the We Inspire Growth Academy. So a 6-month membership access is priced at 200,000 naira or $200. And, I can say without equivocation, as someone who has personally experienced this, that this is just a token compared to the value you will receive. This is just a token compared to the transformation you would undergo, right? If you consider the different aspects of the academy, whether it's one-on-one sessions, group sessions, the weekly growth challenges, the book reading, each of those things on their own are able to radically transform your life. How much more an academy that combines all of them together, right? So if you want to pay via local bank transfer, the details are shown on the screen. If you're an international guest and you would like to pay via international payments, the details are also shown on the screen. I would like to inform us all that the 2026 cohort opens soon. We're going to be launching our second cohort in January, and we're going to be launching our third cohort in July of the year 2026. And I'm excited to inform us all that the waitlist and sponsorship slots are opening very soon. So please join our general WhatsApp community. That is where you will get first-hand updates on when the waitlist opens for the January 2026 cohort. You can either scan the QR code, you can scan the QR code to join the WhatsApp community. And please, once you join in, invite as many others that you know would benefit from this, would love to either be a part of the cohort or they would love to sponsor the transformation, the radical evolution of young adults. On behalf of myself, every other WIGStar, every volunteer of the WeInspire Growth Academy, our sponsors, our senior mentors, our amazing facilitators, and then our lead mentor and founder, I want to say thank you for joining us in this workshop.